I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights.
Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that. Last thing I want to ask you, if people out there getting ready for the competition, right? What's the ballpark figure they should be spending on prep? I've seen you said on the record before that if you're spending 10 grand, then you're basically getting ripped off. So what should be the amount spent, like in a ballpark figure overall on prep?
So to me, I don't consider food prep because you need food to survive. You would eat food anyway. Yeah, a little bit, but also I'm saving money from not going out to dinner and whatnot. So I think it evens itself out. So I don't consider, yeah, you could easily spend 10 grand in food alone over the course of 20 weeks. Any prep is between 16 and 20 weeks. Now you start adding expensive hormones and stuff like that, easily you could spend 10 grand on craziness. I do not suggest that. If you cannot win an amateur event, a local, the New England Championships on chicken, tuna, rice, and oatmeal, some egg whites, then it's not for you. That's not your sport. If you need to spend thousands of dollars on drugs to win a local competition, go find something else to do. I say win, be the best you can, naturally exhaust every opportunity you have to be your best without using anything. And then there's a pyramid. You work your way up. You win this show, you win at this level, then you win at this level. Then you're not going to win the nationals as a super heavyweight, taking nothing. So then worry about trying to, if your goal is to be a pro and it's realistic, then yes, it's going to cost you some money.
But less than 10,000. We're talking about a couple of thousand, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do the math, it adds up quick. Especially what some of these people are doing. Growth hormone that's very expensive. People are going through a couple kits a month. 4 months. That it could be 5-6 grand on growth alone. Never mind massage. Your coach could cost you $3,000. All the food costs a few thousand. Supplements, protein powders. If you don't have a sponsor, any rehabilitation. People do stretching. There's crazy stuff. Sean Roden had a trainer almost every session that he was paying. You're damn right it could cost $10,000. For me, it wouldn't because I'm too cheap. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it.
But I'm saying on an amateur level, people that are just trying to get a pro card, they should not be in that range, right? We're talking about pros right now. I'm talking about amateurs.
Amateurs, no, do not spend. The most you should spend is on protein powder, on your food, and on your hotel and contest fees to get there. That's it. It should be minimal. And even back in the day, I used to do the Team Universe, where I could drive from Boston to Manhattan. I didn't want to fly anywhere. Yeah. Then it wasn't until I started winning and knowing that I was a threat that I would fly to Vegas and do the USAs, or I'd fly to Dallas and do the Nationals. But you really need to have a realistic view of yourself. If you place 5th in a local competition, do not go do the Nationals. Don't spend a few thousand in airfare and hotels, and it costs $300 to do the show. That's a waste of money, and it's going to be very disappointing because if you place 5th locally, you're going to be out of the 15 at the Nationals. Be realistic. And if you don't have a good eye and you don't know, go to someone who has a good eye. You might. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I always had Steve Weinberger to tell me. He didn't sugarcoat it. He'll tell you straight, and that's kind of. I learned a lot from him because he didn't sugarcoat it. So whether you like me or not, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, no, you shouldn't go do that show. Unless your goal is to go place 15th and go on vacation. Yeah, but even I tell them then for the experience, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. You're going to be very disappointed and feel dejected after getting your ass kicked and realizing how far off you are. Honesty is the best policy when it comes to are people in shape or not. Because you don't want to send someone off and have them be, well, he said I was ready. No, you're not. So yeah, don't spend a lot of money. Start building like anything else. Baby steps. Win locally. If you can win locally, then win regionally. If you can win regionally, then go win nationally. But don't skip any of those steps, or you're setting yourself up for failure.